So this is interesting. Today is August 11, 2025. Babies are 19 days old. Look at the pink one crawling out. Black one's chilling. The white one was eating the pink one's face just a few minutes ago, but I had to stop the video because Corey came over and got in the way. She's supposed to be feeding Orange Girl. Orange Girl's taking a break, getting her breakfast by herself. Pinky's got a big fat tummy. Look at them chewing on each other. This is all new. They're going to gang up on Pinky and eat her face. Vicious dogs. So we're vicious. She doesn't look like she's bothered. This is wild. Today they're having their first moments of crawling around and walking about. They've been holding themselves up some, especially with their front arms. The green boy has been wobbling quite a bit back and forth while he tries to stand and poop. Hey, baby boy. Hey, Bubby. Hey, sweetheart. Hey, Bubby. Hey, Bubs. Hey, big Bubs. So their teeth started coming in a few days ago. I'd say around week 2, so about a week ago. And today is Monday. They're 19 days old. They will be 21 days old in 2 days on Wednesday. So I'm pretty excited. It's fun watching them. They're starting to climb and trying to come out. The orange girl was doing the same thing. She was trying to climb out first. Now Pinky's doing it. Working on them legs, getting them leg muscles. Look at her. So the white girl's a chewer. She's eating everybody's face today. I don't really even understand what she's doing. She's aggravated. Maybe she's licking the milk. I don't. What the hell's wrong with that dog? What's wrong with you, Pink? Or white? It's the white girl. The white girl's gonna be a biter. She said, I'm ferocious. I'm vicious. Or I'm just a curious baby with my mouth. Probably just a curious baby with her mouth. What are you doing, Trouble? Look at that face. Oh my God. Look at his chin. Look at his sweet face. Say, hey, green boy. He looks like he's okay from getting mauled just now. Looks like he's going to survive. He's a survivor. I'm a survivor. My sister's eating my face. Oh my God. How funny. Look at these puppies. He said, I'm going to eat your face. I attack. Oh my God. That was funny. Look at him trying to stand and be a big boy. Oh, he's doing so good. I've been talking to them a lot. Their ears are really starting to open. I think a lot of what they hear is muffled, but that's okay. Look at Pinky walking. She's a walker. Look at her walking. Good girl. Yeah. That's so hard to walk. She's doing so good. Good job. Here comes Corey. She's going to run it. Got Daddy with him. Yeah, Henry. Corey, you're supposed to be over here feeding this baby. Come here. Corey. Get over here. Come here, Corey. Come on. Come on. Oh. Corey always wants to be in on the action, so you got to help her lay down. My orange boy, or excuse me, I always want to call him a boy. Stay there, Corey. You're good. Let's talk about these two here. So, my orange girl is the smallest. She will allow anybody to push her out of the way. Here, let me move this fan. She'll allow anybody to push her out of the way when it's time to get on the nips, on the nummies. And so I think that's part of the reason why she's so small. She's not abnormally small, but she's the smallest one. There's always going to be the smallest one and the biggest, and then everybody else just falls in rank somewhere in the middle. And so in this case, she's the smallest. So she just hit a milestone yesterday at 18 days old. On August 10, she hit the 2 pounds. She just, no, but you keep your head down, Corey. Corey, stop. She's about to get up and go walk off. The orange girl hit a milestone yesterday at day 18. August 10, she turned the scale for over 2 pounds. So my white girl, who's the biggest, she is around, I don't have the paperwork in front of me. I take their weights daily. She is around 2.6, 2.7 pounds. Or excuse me, yeah, she's about 2.6. The pink girl is about 2.3 or 2.4. She was actually born the smallest, but after about 3 or 4 days, she passed up the orange girl. And then my green boy was born the biggest, but after about 3 days of life, the white girl shot up like a rod. I mean, it was unreal. I don't know what happened to her, but it's like somebody took her and switched my dog with a dog from my older litter. So she looked like she come from a different litter for a while because she just had a major growth spurt after 3 or 4 days. And so the white girl was the biggest in the beginning. Let me say this again. The white girl was born 9.8 ounces and my boy was 8.6. And then my pink girl was about 6.5 ounces and I think my orange girl was 7.4. So she was right an ounce bigger than the pink. But the pink surpassed orange after 3 or 4 days. And after 3 or 4 days, the white girl just took off. And so she was always the biggest, and she's been the biggest until about a day or two ago when the green boy, he hit, I think, 2.7 pounds, about 2.7. Him and the green boy and white girl have both been over 2 pounds for a week and a half-ish. They got pretty big pretty quick. And pink just hit 2 pounds about 4 days ago. So just over 2 weeks. And then orange just hit over 2 pounds yesterday. And I'm not trying to get their weight to race quickly. I'm not trying to get it to race and gain weight super fast. I want them to gain at a steady pace. As long as they're gaining 1 to 2 ounces a day, I feel good. A couple of them has lost a tiny bit, like a 1/4 ounce in a day, but then they pick back up. So it's going to be like that. It's just going to fluctuate. So everybody's weight is good. I just have to let her feed by herself more frequently because, like I said, everybody will push Orange Girl away and she'll just let them. She just accepts being pushed out of the way. And she's half asleep. So this is another thing. You got hair on your nipple. It's another thing she'll do. Is she'll fall asleep or in this catatonic-like state maybe 5, 6, 7 minutes in, and then she just barely suckles. She's got a good suckle. You can tell because she has a good line right across here. That line says she's vacuum sucked in. So she's latched on well. She didn't have a problem latching on. She just has a problem when they push her out of the way. She just concedes and lets them. And we don't like that. So she just eats slow. She takes her time. And that's fine, but it won't do well competing with the others. Because green and white are voracious eaters. They are unreal in the way they eat. I'll show you really quick. I'll pull out. whoever has the thinnest stomach real quick, we'll put her back in. So she has some time. Let's see. He's a little tight. Let's get the white girl out. Hey, humans. Now watch her. Watch her act like she's about to lose it. Here, Corey, I got you. Now she's gonna do it easy. Usually she'll just get after it and she'll switch from one nipple to the next and the next and the next. And you want to see some action? Hold on, let me get the green boy real quick. Because these two eat together. Pink and orange eat together. And then I put green and white together. So give them a second here. And watch them. They'll start getting, look, see, they'll start getting super active. And this is what you expect from puppies. This is what you want puppies to do. But they're not playing around. They go after it. Here, he squirted milk on his head. Goodness. So, they're actually kind of being low key, which, of course, because I'm videoing, figures. But they will, you start to move them around, and she'll start moving around herself and rolling over on her back and, you know, doing all that and just rubbing her foot. And rubbing her face. She's a good girl. She's a good girl. She's a good girl. So they'll just kind of go after it, which doesn't look like much now because it's not. But if they ate maybe an hour or two ago. So their stomachs, as you can see, there's some girth here. He doesn't have as much. So I kept Corey in the pen with them all night last night. So she's exhausted. But they were able to feed at different hours of the night. So they're not as excitedly after the milk as they would normally be. But either way, if I put the orange girl down there, it'll take a half a second for them to start pushing each other out of the way. Because 4 of them, there's just not enough room anymore. You can see their big body, their bodies are big. These puppies are big. They're a lot bigger in person than what they look like. I mean, they're almost a foot long. That's a big dog to be 2.5 weeks old. So you can get one puppy on that nipple, but this nipple, these two back titties are so big that the nipples are so small and it's hard to latch on. So you get them with more nipple coming out and it's easier. So if I put one here and I put one there, then what happens is they start banging into each other. They get overstimulated and then they feverishly try to push each other off of one nipple because I think they're wanting to get the most because they're babies. They're gluttons, which is good. I like that they want to eat because if not, we'd have a problem. They wouldn't be well. But the issue is all 4 can't be on her. Corey is only, in her normal weight, she's only about a 20 and a half pound dog. I show her at 21 pounds, but she looks her best, nice and fit and athletic at about 20 pounds. So you got to think, he's about 2.7 or 2.8. She's about an ounce or so smaller. So this right here is almost 6 pounds of dogs. And when you take the other 2 that are just over 2 pounds, that's another 4. So you got 10 pounds of dogs suckling on about a 20-pound dog all at once. It's overwhelming. So just a pro tip. I hate people say pro tip. Makes me aggravated, so I say it just to aggravate myself. To make sure everybody's getting enough, it takes twice the amount of time to do it, but it's worth it because I know everybody is gaining the way they should. And so by doing it this way, yes, it takes twice the amount of time. And yes, I burp every single one. So I'm going to stop the video here in a minute because I have to go burp the other 2. For about 3 or 4 minutes, I always get a couple air bubbles and some gas bubbles. That stops them from having bad gas and start crying. We already went through that a couple times. So just burping them, taking extra care, let them sit up a little bit, get all that milk down. It has been a big help, learning curve here, but putting 4 on there is just too much. And I think it's too much for Corey because they'll start banging into her head button her. And it's just too much. It's uncomfortable. I do clip their nails. Their teeth started coming in a week ago. It's just the canines and a little bit of their top teeth in the front starting to come in. Just got to be careful because pretty soon they're going to be bitey. As they suckle, their teeth are going to kind of, sink in that skin, and it's not going to feel so good. So keeping it minimized for her with the stress, or it's trauma to her nipples getting bit and sucked on. So the more they bite down, it's not going to be pleasant. So if I can decrease the intensity, I know I'm lengthening the time that they're suckling, but I'm decreasing the intensity. And so they're more subdued like this rather than just going after her, which that's tough on her. I was surprised they didn't, but then I started thinking, yeah, they already ate. So, but you can see how chunk here. Look at the tummy. The girth on that one. So I'm going to go ahead and pull them off and get them burped. The thing is that they already had something to eat an hour or so ago. All 4 of them. Some ate more than others. You saw the orange girl. She was pretty thin because she was likely pushed out of the way as normal, which is why I pull them out and feed them. I don't feed them in there. They don't need to eat in there. They need to eat in here. This is just our office whelping area, or baby pen. I call it the baby pen area. We're not whelping anything anymore, so we're just, it's the babysitting pen, we call it. Got one of those in here in the office that I work in all day. I've got one in the bedroom when I sleep, so just a couple feet away from my bed. And then there's the actual whelping pen that's much bigger and more spacious in the living room. And that's where they stay in the evenings when we're in the living room, kitchen, and dining room. It's all one big, large area. So as I'm moving around, cooking or cleaning, taking care of the dogs, doing laundry, my God, the laundry. God, the laundry. All their towels have to constantly be washed. It's just so overwhelming. I wash at least 3 to 4 loads a day. Any poop at all, I pull the towel up. I smell pee, even if it's just a bit, I don't care. I pull up the towel. I pull up everything. Everything's got to go. It's got to get washed. If you don't do this and you let them lay in their own pee and poop, they will do that as adults. And when they go to their new homes, they will be nasty as adults. And I know this because I've gotten plenty of dogs where breeders let them pee and poop all over their pen or in their concrete jail cell. It's not a kennel, it's a damn jail cell prison. Puppies don't belong in anywhere like that. So get mad at me if you want. I don't really care. You want to put your dogs in a prison, that's on you. But just know that people getting them are going to have a lot of problems. So if you don't care about that, then quit breeding dogs, or at least be honest and tell people they're going to have problems. So I want my dogs to grow up in the house. My dogs are going to remain house dogs. I know they're a hound/hunting type breed. Don't care. Tell me the last time you saw a Dachshund hunting badger. Get the hell out of here. These dogs, they lay on the couch. They play in the yard. They run around and act like goofballs. They all have titles. Corey she's a Finnish champion. She has 9 or 10 performance event titles. Henry is a rock star. And also, Corey's going through her therapy dog certification process with the Alliance Therapy Dog. It's a national organization. They're one of the most reputable in the business. Henry's already an Alliance Therapy Dog. That means a lot. You got to have a good temperament. If you don't have a good temperament and good health in the parents, you start in the negative. You start with nothing. Then you need to get better, different dogs. So Henry is the father. He has, I have to go back and look, but it's around 24, 25, 26 titles in a different performance and also scent work titles, hunting. He's a Finnish champion. See, this is what I'm talking about. They start getting a little wicked on me, a little crazy. and start fighting to get those titties back. Just fighting to get those titties back. And so when they come off a titty, they're just quick to go find another one. And they'll start pushing each other out of the way. Corey usually rolls over. She's got a lot of extra skin happening these days. See what I'm talking about? Now, what they would do right now is if that orange girl was down here, they push her right out of the way. And they're not doing anything wrong. They're not bullies. Nobody's aggressive. So don't get that ugliness into your head. They're just being what they are. They're hungry puppies. And hungry puppies want to eat. Sleepy puppies want to sleep. Thirsty puppies want to drink. It's like, let's dumb this down to kindergartner level. So they're not aggressive. They're not anything like that. They're just overstimulated because they want that titty. They're hungry. Give me my titty back. So once they get it, look, they're calm back again. I'm going to go ahead and stop the video, pull them off. They've got enough to get them. You got to be careful because you can't let them just feed on her constantly. They do at night, and so she really needs a break. I feed her as soon as she goes potty in the morning. I feed her a fair amount, not a full meal, but then about an hour and a half later, I feed her again. Because each time you feed your dog, your mom, it stimulates milk production. So we're having an issue with her having enough milk. So we'll go over that in another video, but having a little bit of a problem with her having enough milk. It's not her fault. It's just that she can't meet the demand. So think about a human woman who maybe has triplets. That's going to be really hard for her to keep up. It might even be hard for her to keep up with the demand from a single infant, especially if she's just a smaller woman that's not producing a lot of milk. Maybe has a bigger... more voracious eater, and that's okay. It's okay. You obviously want to always have enough milk, but sometimes you don't, and that's okay. You just have to compensate for that. So that's what we're doing. So we're going to start slowly, gently weaning them in a couple days when they turn 3 weeks old, because Corey just can't keep up. And for me to feed her like a 40-pound dog, when a dog twice her weight, just to keep up with milk production, is going to make her fat, obese. She's going to start having medical problems. We can't have that. I can't ruin her so she can almost produce or actually produce enough milk for these puppies. That's not right. So I don't like weaning dogs this early, but this is just where we are. She's going to soon be feeding 11, 12 pounds worth of puppies 5, 6, 7 times a day and be a 20-pound dog. She just can't do it. She'll be feeding puppies that are almost combined, almost her own weight. And the bigger they get, the more they want to eat. So we're going to start at 3 weeks to slowly wean them. I'm not going to lessen the amount or the number of times that they're on Corey because I want to keep her nipples stimulated. And as long as they're being used and they're being stimulated, they continue to produce milk. The difference is, instead of every 3 or so hours to feed, I might go every 4 or 4.5 hours. And I'm going to start them on I have goat milk, and I also have Stella and Chewy's Bountiful Bone Broth. I'm going to have to figure out the ratio of adding those together warm. And I have human infant rice cereal, Gerber brand, and then another brand I'm going to try. It's a multigrain. They're both non-GMO and organic. So we're going to start that. What you don't want is diarrhea in a dog, in a puppy. Diarrhea dehydrates a puppy super hot and fast, and they will drop dead. It's not like an adult dog who can manage it better. And you can get them some IV fluids, and then you take them home, and they're okay. You rest them, get them plenty of water and Pedialyte. This isn't the case. These guys dehydrate, they die. So It's not because they're a weak breed. It's because they're puppies, and that's what puppies do. They die if they're not well cared for. So ask a French Bulldog breeder about all the problems they have trying to keep their dogs from dropping dead. Some breeds are more prone to it. I particularly don't want a breed that is more susceptible to pneumonia. So looking at your brachycephalic dogs, which is a dog whose face is smashed in, for lack of a better term. Brachycephalic means they just have short or no muzzle. So Pekingese, Cavalier King Charles, Frenchies, Boston Terriers, Bulldog types, English Bulldogs, dogs like that. Their faces are just smashed in. Brussels Griffon. I'm going all day, but you get the picture. I don't want those dogs. They don't breathe well, ever. Just standing there snoring, trying to gasp for air. Some aren't like that. Don't put nasty comments. I don't read comments anyway, so it doesn't matter what you put. If you can put something nasty, you're just admitting to the world all your faults, and so you're just telling on yourself. So save yourself the breath and the embarrassment of everybody reading a negative comment, because all you're doing is just redirecting that to yourself inadvertently, and you don't even know it. So anyway, Dachshunds are hardy. They're a very hardy breed. They do well in when they're cared for. They're not flighty. They're not temperamental. Though I will say that pink girl, she's a little pistol, or pistola. Is a Spanish word I recently learned, pistola. So she's a little pistol. She's a pisshead, what she is. So I gotta watch her because she's had opinions since she was about 3 days old, and she has a lot of opinions, a lot. So I want to make sure I meet her needs. I'm meeting everybody's needs, but I think it's about meeting her demands. So she's something else, boy. So anyway, this is a hardy breed. Shouldn't have those kind of issues, but you just never know. You never can tell. My orange girl doesn't eat as much as she should, and sometimes I don't feel like she's the strongest she could be. That's why I pull her out, and she eats differently. So having the privilege to work from home and being with them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in observation, I can see who's getting what and who's not getting something that I feel like they may need. So she gets a little bit of extra milk to keep her on track because she gets pushed out of the way. So anyway, got to go burp her. Signing off. Hope you guys have a good day.